A cardboard box, huh? Just like Zanzibar.
It saved my skin more than a few times in outer heaven, too.
Getting the maximum use out of ordinary on-hand objects is the first principle of survival. It's especially important in covert operations.
I haven't forgotten what you taught me.
A real master of warfare alters his strategy to cope with changes in the battlefield conditions. If you always follow the book, you'll be transparent to your enemy. According to the SWAT manual, the longest a shooter can stay adequately focused on his target is 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, the observer and the shooter change places. Sniping is usually a two-man job. Always use the most appropriate weapon for the situation. If you use a weapon that's not really doing the job, not only are you wasting ammo, but you're also putting your life in danger. Don't feel guilty about the soldiers that died from your bullets. They knew the risks they were taking, just like you. Don't say anything to tease or anger the person torturing you. If you make him mad, it'll be that much worse for you. You'll need to save your strength. Don't suddenly look into the dark. Look slowly from a light area to a darker area. If you do that, your eyes will gradually adjust and you'll be able to see better in the dark. Try not to play in the dark either. Don't use your gun unless you need to. If you can get out of a jam using just your hands and feet, then do it. If you can't, then go for the gun. First, the DARPA chief, and then President Baker die of a heart attack?
Yeah, smells pretty rotten to me. Master, do you know anything?
No, but there's definitely something going on. Keep your eyes open out there. Foresight is important in war. In times of extreme danger, people's latent sixth sense often awakens. When that happens, throw logic to the wind and trust your instincts. He's just playing with you. Why don't you try throwing away your weapons?
I hate hats. Is a bandana okay?
Well, I guess it's better than nothing. If there are mice, that means there must be an exit somewhere. Follow the mice. If you crawl on your stomach, you won't make any noise either. If you get a chance to eat, don't pass it up. A prisoner can't be choosy. You need to get your strength back so you can escape when the opportunity presents itself. If you leave a lot of footprints, you can confuse your enemy. But don't let your footprints reveal the direction you went in. Disguise your footprints to fool the enemy. In an Arctic environment, it's important to change your underwear if you're sweating a lot. Dawdle around too much, and you'll not only waste your strength, but you could even catch pneumonia. Gaming after a bath should be avoided. In any case, don't you think you should contact Colonel Campbell? In cold like this, over 70% of your body's warmth is lost through your head. Put on some kind of hat. In war, a split second can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Don't ever hesitate. The slower you react, the greater the chance that you'll be beaten. It looks like your target is stationary. If you've had enough practice, it shouldn't be a difficult shot. It's also important to be able to control your bodily functions. You never know when a long demo is about to begin. So make sure you're prepared to sit in front of the monitor for a long time if necessary. It's easy to dehydrate in sub-zero climates, so make sure to replenish your fluids. But don't ever try to do it by eating snow. You'll freeze your stomach and your body temperature will drop. Always melt the snow and then boil it before you drink it. It's never a good idea to fight on too full a stomach. It'll make you logy, maybe even sleepy. You should wait 30 minutes after eating before you play. It's true, your enemy is a powerful telepath, but you've got more battle experience. You can do it, Snake. Kipling, an English poet who also won the Nobel Prize, said that once you go beyond 65 degrees north, you're beyond the reach of divine protection and human law. To survive in such surroundings, you have to be strong enough to not rely on God or anyone else. Listen, Snake, there's a way to walk so your footsteps won't be heard. I call it stalking. Here's how you do it. First, put your weight on the opposite foot that you're going to step with. Then, take a step so that your heel makes contact with the ground first. Then, as you slowly lower the tip of your foot to the floor, gradually shift your weight onto that foot. Use your knees to maintain the subtle balance. Try it.
I can't do it.
Another way is to wear your socks over your shoes.
Master, does the name Deep Throat mean anything to you?
Deep Throat? What? You mean the guy from Watergate?
No, but he uses the same name. Whoever he is, he's not part of our operation, but he's been giving me advice by Codec.
What?
On top of that, he wasn't using burst transmission. It seems he was transmitting from somewhere on this base.
Somewhere on the base?
Yes.
I have no idea who that could be.
I see. Master,
Don't say it, Snake. You still have a mission to accomplish. That's all you should be concentrating on right now.
Master, you and I, we're nothing more than dogs, are we?
That's not like you, Snake. Don't let what Sniper Wolf said bother you. Listen, there's not a soldier alive that doesn't question himself. And if there is one, he's nothing more than a murderer. But someone like Wolf, a soldier who's looking for nothing more than their own death, is no good to anyone either. Once she started to look for death, it was all over. That's how you'll end up too, Snake. Meryl must be hiding somewhere in there. Search around. Meryl must have somehow been brainwashed. There should be some way to help her. Meryl's just being controlled. You're an expert at unarmed CQB, right? Stop her without using your gun, that's all. Military C rations place an emphasis on calories. That's why it's best to use them along with some other type of nutritional supplement, such as vitamins or minerals. No cold foods or cold liquids for you. That stuff causes a temperature imbalance that actually drains your body of energy. A golden rule in Arctic environments. Normally, when a soldier is taken prisoner, he should only give up the big four. That's name, rank, serial number, and date of birth. But you're not any old soldier, Snake. I don't want you to tell them anything. Fortunately, you're strong enough to resist. Now that you've got your stuff back, you should take a good look through it. If you're slow equipping an item in battle, it could mean death. Once you give up hope, it's all over. That's when you can't do anything right. Despair leads to death, you know. One way of letting yourself know when to change a magazine is to make the last few rounds of the mag tracers. One way to prevent your C rations from freezing is to hold them close to your body by equipping them. People sometimes panic in the dark. Try to stay cool. People who have been through war and survived develop a kind of sixth sense to warn them of danger. Trust your instincts as a soldier, as a gamer. People's reaction speed is slowest around 3 o'clock in the morning, and so is their judgment. If you're feeling drowsy, you should get some sleep. Plan your strategy based on the enemy's positions. Try to think like the enemy commander would think. If you can put yourself in the map designer's mind, a lot of doors will open for you. Psycho Mantis. What a pathetic man. He was born with all the right tools, but he never knew how to use them. Snake, divide and conquer. Try to take your enemies on one at a time. Snake, now's your chance. Take it. Get out of there. Snake, that floor is designed so that your footsteps echo. Snake, that's probably some type of nerve gas. It's extremely lethal. Use a gas mask. Snake, what happened to your items? You're not gonna try to finish this mission bare-handed, are you? Get your items. Snake, you'll get a chance to escape. Make sure you take it. Snake, you've got to think. Your mind is your most dangerous weapon. If things are getting too complicated, try to simplify your thoughts. You can also try calling Campbell for advice. So, you beat Wolf, huh? She was a fool to use the same tactics that failed her in your first meeting. But remember, don't let down your guard until you've got a confirmed kill. Soldiers that have been forged in the fires of battle are used to catching naps whenever and wherever they can. There's a big difference between real soldiers and those kids who have only been trained in VR simulators. After playing for a long time, you should get some rest too. Soldiers who lose their heads on the battlefield usually lose their heads on the battlefield. Get my meaning? Always have your next action planned. Sometimes, even though you know it's a losing battle, you just have to fight or be damned. A narrow chance is still a chance. Sometimes in combat, or when you're near the end of your rope, you can see things that normally aren't there, or shouldn't be there. Relax. It's not a bug. It's just the mysteries of the human mind. Sound travels better in cold environments. If you're going to use a handgun, you should equip a suppressor. That inner voice that warns you when danger is nearby. You can't learn that in training. You've got to have survived a few firefights, seen a few friends blown away, before you learn that trick. That was too close, Snake.
Yeah, that was quite a surprise, all right.
Hiding a bomb in your items. That's a despicable act. He should never... Well, forget it. You'd better hurry to the underground base. You're almost out of time. The basic law of CQB is to take your enemy out as quickly and efficiently as possible while maintaining your own escape route. The biggest drawback to a revolver is the reload time. That's your chance. The most important tools you need to be a good sniper are the senses that you were born with. No amount of training can change those. If your senses are dull from the beginning, you'll never be a great sniper. The muzzle velocity of a bullet fired from a revolver is slower than one fired from an automatic. That's bad for you. The slower a gun's muzzle velocity, the more damage it does. That's because the bullet will tend to lodge in the body instead of going right through. Those kind of wounds take a long time to heal. Sometimes they never do. I think that's part of the reason he likes that gun. He's a real sick puppy, that Ocelot. The only way to conquer fear is to stare it straight in the face and laugh at it. Never let fear control you. The scope of a sniper rifle is extremely powerful. On the other hand, it's got a very narrow field of vision. If you're searching for your enemy's position, it'd be better to use your binoculars. The weather in Alaska is very hard to predict. It can change on a dime. A lot of people say it's the worst weather in the world. The wolf dogs aren't attacking? Are you carrying something that might be causing them to act like that?
They were trying to create an animal that would combine the gentleness of a dog with the endurance and ferocity of a wolf, but they didn't get the stamina and power they were hoping for. On top of that, their personalities wound up closer to wolves. Most of them won't even let you get close. That's why they never caught on.
Oh, that's right. You're a musher.
Yeah. And after they outlawed the use of hybrids and dog sled races in 2002, no one even wanted to breed them anymore. I heard that most of them were put to sleep after that.
Yes, but some of the wolf dog pups that were thrown away went wild. I've heard that wild wolf dogs hunt in packs, just like wolves. Better be careful. Think about something terrible that happened in your life. Everyone has had something bad happen to them. It'll help take your mind off of the misery of the battlefield. Think carefully about your hiding spots. You may find a place where you can hide perfectly. But if you can't get your mission done, it's meaningless. Those are wolf dogs in there. Just like their name, they're a cross between huskies and Alaskan wolves. They were bred to be used as sled dogs. Those mice are Alaskan field mice. Don't worry, they can't hurt you. War brings out the cruelty of man. No matter how the soldier was brought up, they all turn into animals when they're thrust into the heat of combat. When the temperature falls down to -30 or -40 degrees Celsius, you start to get ice fogs. That's when the moisture in the air freezes. It may look pretty at first, but it'll severely limit your visibility. Be careful. When you're fighting in the dark, you need to use your sense of hearing and smell. Don't trust your eyes. Use your ears. Feel the flow of the air with your whole body. That's the way to tell where your enemy is. When you're trying to hide, avoid places that look like the enemy might search. Think about how your enemy is going to move, and then sneak in there. It doesn't matter how smart you are, just use your head out there. When you're wearing night vision goggles, the light gets amplified 100-fold. So if you look at an explosion or a stun grenade, you may burn your retinas. If that happens, it'll take a little while until your vision returns. Where I come from, a soldier who loses his head in combat is called a target. Wild field mice don't have a thick layer of fat, but they can still survive the bitter winters here without hibernating. They dig tunnels under the snow, and that's where they stay warm.
Survival specialists, huh? I should learn from them.
But there's a dark side too. Sometimes the males will kill and eat offspring that's not their own.
To ensure the survival of their own genes, right?
Yeah, pretty brilliant program, huh? You caught a cold, Snake? In battle, you need to be in top physical condition. Do you have any cold medicine? You managed to link up with Meryl. Good. So now, you must have the card keys that will override the detonation code. You should hurry. The time limit is running out. You need to make snap decisions. In war, the difference between living and dying is counted in milliseconds. You say the DARPA chief is dead?
Yeah. According to Naomi, it was a heart attack.
It couldn't be. Well, it looks like all you can do now is find Kenneth Baker, the president of Arms Tech. He's in the second floor basement, isn't he?
Yeah, on the other side of that wall that was cemented over.
Okay. Good luck, Snake. You can do it. Your sea rations are frozen? Never eat frozen sea rats. It'll cause a temperature imbalance that'll drain your strength. Make sure you warm those seas before you eat them. You're as good as ever, Snake. Not only are you an expert at infiltration, but you're a skilled marksman too. But never relax until you confirm a kill with your own 2 eyes. You've got to believe. If you believe with your whole heart, you will succeed.